A very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D, as their guys will do battle with the Kansas City Chiefs. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker,
you ready, bro?
ready to get this one started. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium.
Sir, let's get it.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through
don't
the
start
end
off
zone
with that
for a
shit,
touchback.
man.
Hey, give me like two minutes, bro.
Yeah, you good.
All right. Come on, Papa.
You know, boss. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, shit. Let's do this. My fault.
You ready?
Yeah, yeah.
Alright, you got 9 seconds. You can call timeout or I'll call one.
Or you can decline it.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Hey, what? Yeah.
And the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And an alley to run. And nothing but daylight ahead. 20.
Can't believe I missed that tackle.
Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup, 75 yards. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. The very first play from scrimmage, how about that? Talk about setting a tone.
And people always talk about doing exactly that in the first 5 minutes of the game, the first offensive and defensive series. Who's going to gain an advantage?
Off the
Well,
gate.
we saw
Let's
exactly
play some
what
football.
happened there. A tone was definitely set by the offensive team.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Mahomes now to throw. And that is
I tried to throw it to his back shoulder.
Right there to knock it away.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And boy, down a touchdown already, but they're going to line up to go for it on their side of the field.
Here we go now. Green 90. Green 90. Slow.
They do go for it. It's Mahomes. And going deep. And got his man complete. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the sticks make a drastic shift forward. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Ware takes the give from Mahomes. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
They'll run now with Ware. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Spencer Ware
good run.
taking it in from the 20.
Thank you.
And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied.
Hey, I audibled the hell out of that one pass to Hill. It was a run play, and I seen that safety slide over to the right. So right then and there, I knew this play action was gonna kill him.
And this will not
yeah,
be
I crept up a little bit. What you say?
For a touchback. Well, Charles,
what did you say?
Take over here.
You talking to me?
Think of the season that Dallas had.
No,
yes, they get the playoffs.
Did you say something?
Now 6 straight divisional round games that they've lost.
And that doesn't make you feel great as an organization. But think about this season. They started 3-5. Ended up winning their division. Questions about their head coach Jason Garrett's future. They finished 7-1 to claim that 3rd NFC East title in 5 years. And then they added a playoff win over Seattle as well. So I think the future looks good for Dallas. I also like what they're building in terms of Dak Prescott, Ezekiel Elliott on offense. But how about on defense? They got 2 of the better young linebackers in the league in Jalen Smith and Leighton Vander Esch. Build around them and watch for the Cowboys to be in the mix in years to come.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Here we go, 46.
Prescott now on 2nd down. Flushed out right. Incomplete.
No grounding call.
That was your man right there.
Right sideline. It was pretty clear there. He just
that was your man right there.
And he did have a receiver in the area, but initially my view was obstructed, and I thought that was going to be grounding, but clearly the correct call made, and that is no call.
Is that why you threw your play sheet down? Is that why you did it? Was that the flag?
You can't be giving me up. I got a lot of issues up here in the booth. On 3rd down, Elliott. And not much of an opening there as he's only going to get this to about the 32. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Elliott, the leading rusher for the 2nd time in his 3 NFL seasons, 1,434 yards, more than 100 better than 2nd place Saquon Barkley.
And the offense runs through Ezekiel Elliott in Dallas. He makes them go. And how about how he added to his pass catching this year? His numbers jumped up in a big way. So when Dak Prescott didn't have something downfield, he just dumped it out into the flat to number 21.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. This will be fielded at the 17. Fighting through. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. While we have a second here, let's peek back to the Super Bowl. The lowest scoring Super Bowl, Charles, in history, 13-3. And it took us 53 minutes to get our first touchdown of Super Bowl 53.
Can you believe they went into the half, 3-0 New England, Stephen Gostkowski with a field goal. Then they finally tie it up with Greg Zuerlein at the end of 3 quarters of the Rams knocking one through the post. The Patriots, the third team to win the year after losing a Super Bowl, the first since the Dolphins in 1972.
And, of course, the big number now for New England, 6 titles, and they are tied with the Steelers for the most ever. On the ground, this is Williams. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Sliding out of the pocket. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That goes for a gain of 31.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half in some of these shorter games.
Trying to find his tight end.
Good shit, bro. Good shit. That's when you fucked up.
Oh, I was creeping on him. I was creeping on him.
Well, that's a drive killer right there.
Good
Not
shit.
a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 16. Following the interception, here's Prescott. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
46. Here we go, 46. Here we go, 480. Here we go, get that. Let's go, get out, get out.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. He's got room to run past the 20. Completes it right side to Cooper. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Change of scenery turned out to be really good this year for Cooper and the Cowboys. 9 games with them, over 700 yards, including that 217-yard 3-score performance against the Eagles.
And remember, that last score was in overtime to give Dallas a huge win in the NFC East and help propel them to a division title. 1,005 yards combined between Oakland and Dallas. The 3rd time he's gone over 1,000 in his 4 seasons in the NFL.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Here we go, 47, 47. 46.
It's an end around. Tavon Austin. And he'll have this past the 30
I'm scared.
prior to going out of bounds. Another 13 yards there twice in a row, and they're on the move. Another 1st down as well.
But when we go back to our conversation with the defensive coordinator, that type of a play was not a surprise to him. He expected trickery in this game, yet somehow his defense, they still took the cheese and got caught in the mousetrap.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Here we go, 47. Hey, we're going right there, we're going right there. 26.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. And he'll get this up to about the 40. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here we go, 47. 26.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Nifty footwork at the 45. And some space here. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
Good move.
A good pickup there at 22.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They go play action here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Reggie Ragland not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Here you go. Slide in. Here you go. 26.
Prescott now. And the pressure gets to him again. Chris Jones in there to get him. And this pass rush strong now. That sacks on back-to-back plays. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
21 for Will. 26.
Again to Elliott. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Well, CD, the NFL held its awards show the night before the Super Bowl, and as you and I had speculated the last few weeks, Patrick Mahomes, MVP, Offensive Player of the Year, and for the 2nd straight season, how about Aaron Donald, Defensive Player of the Year?
Yeah, Donald was expected. We knew that was going to happen. Mahomes, we thought would happen. There was that school of thought that maybe Drew Brees might walk away with the MVP since he's never won one, but Mahomes a deserving winner. How about the Offensive Rookie of the Year? Saquon Barkley with the Giants. Many thought it might be Baker Mayfield with Cleveland.
Yeah, Defensive Rookie of the Year, Darius Leonard of the Colts, and the Colts Comeback Player of the Year, Andrew Luck, and very deservedly so.
I would say that for sure, and he beat out J.J. Watt, who also would have been a deserving winner. Coach of the Year, I thought, was a close vote, or probably should have been closer to me, because I thought Anthony Lynn from the Chargers deserved some respect, but Matt Nagy of the Bears, he ends up winning the award. They went 12-4 in his rookie season.
And then last one we need to mention, Chris Long of the Eagles, well-deserved Walter Payton NFL Man of the Year. Congrats to all.
Yeah, how about that? Donated his first 4 game checks to fund a literacy program that donated free books and mentoring services for families. And remember, last season, he donated every game check to causes that he felt strongly about.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And able to find Conley. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
Thought you was going to give it back to me.
With a gain of 22.
Nah, I was making sure you was going to fuck up on that one.
Say what?
Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 more there and another first down. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. Mahomes now on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Mahomes to the former Rams, Sammy Watkins for the Kansas City first. They go back to the ground with Williams. Gave a glimpse of his quick feet. And then taken down right at the 30. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you should have a few men in the box there.
Pressure up the middle, and down he goes. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company.
Ready. Green 90. Green 90.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Forced out to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. From the left hash, this from 34. And the kick by Butker is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. Now the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate, in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
Well, off topic, but we'd be remiss if we didn't point out what else was happening Super Bowl weekend. The Madden 19 Club Championship, 2nd major of the season, 2 more to follow. And our winner, Pauvin, representing the Oakland Raiders. He took down the Vikings, and your favorite, Charles, I.B. Strafen. He had to reach for the ibuprofen after a 38-24 beatdown in the final.
Well, you know, if he was representing the Oakland Raiders, the Vikings went down, and they went down hard. That's how the Raiders do it.
How about Pauvin, though, wins $100,000 for his efforts, also won Super Bowl tickets for the next day, unselfishly gave them to his father and his brother.
How about that? That's pretty cool. Congratulations, Pauvin. Way to go.
On 2nd down, Elliott.
Oh.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain.
I
We step aside.
thought Zeke was going to
This
get on
is
his
the
horse.
NFL on EA Sports.
Nah, I wasn't going to let him.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these 2 teams as we come back for this second half. Ready for the start of the 3rd quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Green 90. Green 90.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. To throw, it's Mahomes. The Cowboys got it over the middle. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did really nice job
that's some bullshit, bro.
Keeping him from the first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31
that was some good defense, man.
10.
Yeah.
47. Here we go. Wide 8.
They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll get it to the 23-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Here we go, 46. Here we go. Wide 8. 26.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown.
Good catch.
Cowboys.
Good catch.
Amari Cooper, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Cowboys are in for 6. A sensational one-handed grab in the end zone for the score. Looked like you at the Davis Turkey Bowl every year in the backyard in Orlando, Florida.
Oh, you're so kind. That's definitely in my mind. But how about this? They always tell guys going after the ball, the receivers especially, you got to have a single-minded obsession to go get it. How about going up with a single hand and making that happen? I don't know if it gets much better than what we just saw there.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And an alley to run. He's at the 50.
Yeah. Oh, you gotta be kidding me, dog.
10, 5.
All right, let's give credit where credit is due.
That shit's wide open for me.
Oh my God.
To the 2-yard line. The only person who has to be upset, the guy who didn't get it into the end zone. That far and no reward.
Oh, you smoked.
And this is no good. It's a missed extra point. Boy, in a tight game, how important might that turn out to be here as the second half rolls along? So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now here come the Cowboys. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Here we go. Wide 8. 26.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Now he's got this almost to the 40.
I tripped my own nigga.
It's
a damn shame.
Drive going for 14 and a first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
41's the will. Woo! 26.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Switch and 8.
2nd down, Prescott. A dump off to Elliott. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 6 yards on the pickup, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
But it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Call that a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on here to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of...
And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball in this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
On 2nd down, Williams. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. It's a gain of 5, but they're still deep in a hole. 15 yards still to go on 3rd down. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Bro, his big ass red go. Hell yeah.
And the big guy catches the ball in the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. That's to his running back, complete. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the sticks make a drastic shift forward. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Blue 45. Blue 45.
Back now in Arlington. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get... The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Here we go now. Blue 45. Blue 45.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
They converted once earlier in this drive, but they'll roll the dice here again on 4th down.
Throw.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Good shit.
Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. He was looking for his tight end, Kelsey. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there.
47. 26.
Prescott from the gun. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Go, get out there.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Looking for Austin, intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
And that's a great
Good
example
aim. Way to
of
get it
skills
back.
right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games,
yeah,
and I
had
can't
to.
tell you how many guys look to run with the
Had
football
to.
before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
On the ground, this is Ware. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Here we go. Green 90. Green 90. Z. Slow.
Now Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. He's airing it out for Will. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And this return.
Oh, I tried it. Shouldn't have tried it.
8-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 10th carry now for Elliott. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Go. Get out there.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
46.
Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. Buying time to his left. He may try and run for this. And avoids the contact by...
I should have... God damn, I should have put a damn QB spy on. I should have known that shit.
We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this.
Gun. There we go.
He's back to throw. And this one's complete to Smith. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. The Cowboys looking to get going again in a hurry. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. The linebacker, Anthony Hitchens, there on the stop.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. The offense on third down tonight, they've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. Well, now they'll try the end around. And not only will he not get the few inches he needs, he's going to go backwards. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
Crash down, crash. 3 down.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off here the 29. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield.
Good game, man.
Good-ass game, bro. Good-ass game.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw, and it'll wind up being intercepted.
They run it here. Where? And he's going to fight his way forward here.
I know it don't really matter. But
you never know. Shit, there be fumbles, that shit be happening and shit. I had that shit happen to me before.
Seconds to play in the ball game. They run again with Ware. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up.
oh no!
What year was that? 1978. I think it was in November.
I thought I had the pick.
Here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game.
I was waiting on him to throw it short. Oh my God, man! I thought I had that. I thought I felt it. God Almighty, man.
Nah.
Here's Dustin
He was over there chilling. I had enough
as he's on
time.
to punt for the first time this afternoon.
Oh man.
I'm gonna keep it in there too, man. It's gonna be in there.
And this will be taken at the 13.
Good game, bro.
Good game.
Yeah, I gotta hop on 2K now.
All right, man.
All right, bro.
Couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still